Hey everyone, it's Paul Benedict here. I know most of you, but some of you I haven't had the pleasure to meet yet. I want to aim the information in this video to mostly our newer teachers, but also teachers who haven't been teaching in the hot room recently or ever. I want to make myself available to assist with your classes in any capacity that you'd like help with, so reach out to me. We have a heater now. We have a humidifier that's working, and I want to talk for just a moment here about best practices for teaching classes in the hot room. As teachers, want to give our students a challenging, effective, mindful, and really good hot yoga class. And if you teach True Signature specifically, you probably realize after the past couple weeks that students are not used to the heat. They're not used to a room that's 104 degrees and 60% humidity, which is what it should be. So encourage them, remind them that the heat is good, the humidity is good, sweating is good. And yes, now that the humidifier is back on track and working, we as teachers need to be very mindful about the room conditions. With that being said, watch the students. Learn to understand what they're feeling, what they're going through. And that usually means you gotta take a lot of classes too. If you teach hot classes, take hot classes. I wanna also remind you that using the fans and doors are important in very hot classes, but they should be used sparingly. Be aware of the temperature in the room. The official temperature and humidity for True Signature classes is 104 degrees and 60% humidity. Luckily, we as teachers don't need to touch the equipment on the wall. It's preset to 104 degrees, and the humidifier is set to be on as well. So we don't need to adjust the temperature. What we do need to do, mindfully, is to keep airflow going if the temperature or humidity spikes, airflow with the fans and or the doors. This door and the door to the equipment room. All right, best practices for fans. Short bursts. It's almost never necessary, I'm not gonna say never, it's almost never necessary to turn the fans on and leave them on. Don't do that, usually. Short burst, 30-second bursts, maybe a minute burst fan, and then maybe a little door here and there, alternate sides. You might open the entrance door for 20 seconds, and then a few minutes later, you might need to open the other door on the other side of the room. Unless it's a jam-packed class with 44 people and everyone's sweating and dripping in their pools, you don't need to leave the fans on and the doors open. So short bursts, give them some motivation. If you're gonna open the door over here, maybe something like this. Hold it open, continue to teach. You can keep your foot there perhaps. Continue to teach for a moment or two, and then close it up. Remember, short bursts. For the other side of the room, of course, the outside door is good. You can certainly open that. Just, hold it open for a moment. Continue to teach while you hold it with your foot, perhaps. That sounds bright. Allow some air to come in and then close it. Or you can also do the equipment room door. Hold that for a minute. Very simple. I know, again, it's basic stuff. Just a reminder, we want to keep things consistent. Try it. Watch your students. All right, watch your students. If they're not sweating and if they're not dripping, don't use the fans. Literally, if you're not sweating, there's no need for it. Remember, we want to challenge them. This is a hot yoga studio, and unfortunately, a lot of students and a lot of us teachers were not used to the heat because the humidifier hasn't been working, and the heating panels, we've had a draft and such. So understand the temperature in the room and make sure the students are working. Remind them to breathe. It should be challenging. They should be dripping. Okay, reach out to me for more help. Take class. Learn what the temperature feels like in your body, and then you'll remember that when you're teaching. Learn what a solid, slow, deep breath feels like in your body, and then you can cue them in the hot classes better. Also, understand the arc of the class, True Signature, and of course the flow classes and vinyasa, anything in the hot room. Understand your class's arc, know where the strong points are and the lower energy parts. In stronger parts of class, use some fans perhaps, maybe some ventilation through the doors. In calmer parts of class, during pigeon poses or cool downs on the ground, might not be necessary to use anything. So I know this is very, very basic, I know that. Practice it though, and let's give our students a consistent experience, one that challenges them. And by the way, remember, we're never gonna please everybody. Even if the temperature is exactly 104 and 60 the whole class, someone's gonna say, it's cold in here, and someone's gonna say, it's too hot in here. So just expect that. Just know that it should be challenging. And hopefully they'll get used to the heat again. Remind them that this is the way it's supposed to be. Let me know how else I can help, all right? Reach out to me on GroupMe or email or text. Have a great day. By the way, one last thing. Jessica and I are working on a True Signature Series workshop that I'll get to lead very soon here. It'll probably be on a Saturday and or a Sunday for 3 sessions. And it'll be free to all of the teachers to hone our skills teaching a heated set sequence class. So I hope to see you all there. All right, enjoy.